When should I consider outsourcing brand protection and enforcement over an inside team? Even though e-commerce has been around for over 25 years, the unauthorized seller dilemma is relatively new. At first blush, it seems like a relatively small problem. Third-party retailers and online marketplaces like Amazon, Walmart, and eBay are selling your company's products. It should be easy to stop them, right? First instinct is to task an in-house person with solving the problem. Different executives appoint different people. Unfortunately, through no fault of their own, many are unable to fully tackle the problem. In-house attorneys. Pros. Familiar with the company's intellectual property portfolio can write a mean cease and desist letter. Some familiarity with first sale doctrine defense and general litigation tactics. Cons. Frustrated by being unable to identify the real people behind anonymous online storefronts. May be unfamiliar with all players in the sales channel. Thought they'd have more pull with the marketplaces themselves, e.g. Amazon, but find their communication overtures go unanswered. E-commerce managers. Pros. Great familiarity with sales channels and online marketplaces. Existing relationships with distributors and retailers. Cons. Generally unfamiliar with legal and intellectual property principles necessary to effectuate enforcement. Don't know how to reach the real people behind the anonymous online storefronts. Sales and marketing. Pros. Convincing negotiators. Can talk circles around others when it comes to issues like minimum advertised pricing, MAP. Cons. Generally unfamiliar with legal or intellectual property principles necessary to effectuate enforcement. Don't know how to reach the real people behind the anonymous online storefronts. There's one commonality no matter who the executive team pegs to solve the problem. In-house teams typically lack the most critical tool when it comes to e-commerce enforcement, the ability to pierce the anonymity of online sellers. The truth is, unauthorized TPRs enjoy this veil of anonymity. For the most part, they believe you'll never be able to reach them personally. Good reason for this. The marketplaces themselves guard that anonymity stringently. Why? Because, in the case of Amazon, TPRs generated over $42 billion in sales in 2018 alone. Amazon takes a transactional fee off every single one of those sales. No incentive to do anything that would negatively impact this cash cow. Amazon has repeatedly taken the position that disputes between brands and retailers have nothing to do with Amazon itself, and it will not step in to assist one side or the other. So, when is the best time to outsource e-commerce enforcement? If your in-house team is unable to find and stop the real people behind the anonymous storefronts, it's time to outsource. If unauthorized sellers are causing price erosion in online marketplaces and in other sales channels, it's time to outsource. If your brand is unable to compete with unauthorized sellers and/or Amazon itself, it's time to outsource. If your brand and its authorized retailers are unable to win the buy box, it's time to outsource. If consumers are lodging complaints about your brand based on purchases made from unauthorized online sellers, it's time to outsource. When the bandwidth involved to gain control of your sales channel and unauthorized sellers is detracting from your sales and e-commerce teams to be effective at their primary job, they were not hired to be unauthorized seller detectives. If you want to get and maintain price control over your brand's products, it's time to outsource.